Okay, so are you done already? So on your slide, on your note, page 9, first case, what happened? Compounding annually. Remember, annually. Compounding means 复利, means the interest incurred, 复利. Annually, so each year once, right? So what's I? Each year, market interest rate 12%. So what's I? 4 years, right? So it's 1 times for 1 year times 4 years. How about second case, compounding semi-annually? So what does that mean? Every 6 months. So every 6 months. So what's I? 6%, right? Because every 6 months is only 6%. Then what's N? 8 times, right? So why? Each year 2 times for how many years? 4 years. Okay? So how about case 3? The same. So 3%, 16, 1%, 48. Any problems? No problem? Okay. No problem. So did you find out? When compounding periods different, your N and I will be different. Okay? No problem? So did you find out? When compounding periods and more times, you can get more interest or less interest. When the N more times, you'll get more interest or less interest. Let's figure out. So please go to your notes. Finish your notes on page 10, page 10, 11, and 12. I want to figure out when compounding periods more times, 利息产生次数越多 compounding periods, the N more times, you will get more interest or less interest. You could figure out by yourself. So go to your notes, page 10, 11, and 12. Finish it. They are totally the same. The only difference is compounding periods different. Others totally the same. So finish page 10, 11, and 12. Then you will figure out when N and I different, when compounding periods different, how they affect your future value, your present value, how they affect your interest. So finish page 10, 11, and 12. You done already? Finish page 10, 11, and 12. When compounding periods different, how that affect your future value, present value, and your interest. Find out N. What's N? What's I? First. So for each question, what's N? What's I? And based on different N, different I, what's N? What's I? What's N? What's I? You should answer the question first. For this case, what's N? What's I? How to find out the N and the I? You can look at the screen. See? So different compounding periods. You will get different N and different I. So please find out N and the I first. After you find out N and the I, then you can get the future value, present value by yourself. It's not there. The note. Finish note, page 10, 11, and 12. So what's N? What's I? Do you know what's in, what's I?
Yeah.
Yeah. Finish page 10, 11, and 12. After you've done 12, page 12, then you will understand when compounding periods different, 复利期间不一样, then they will affect your present value, future value. Also, they will affect what's the total interest you will get. 要看着题目，题目在上面，不是看着那个图。Yes. I think you. Oh yeah. Here, right? Yeah, correct. Yeah, come. That's only 10, right? 11, 12. You done 11 and 12 already? Okay, next one. The same, but n how many times is semi-annually? Semi-annually, right? So each year 2 times. How many years? 4. So how many times? N it should be 8. Each year I should be 6.
Computer sao cảm ơn.
看不出来吗？你要看题目在这。你现在投资1000块，什么时候投资？4年后。1000是未来的钱，因为他问 present value， 所以4年后有1000块，现在应该要投资多少钱？现值。那 compounding semi-annually， 所以多久产生一次利息？半年嘛。semi-annually 就是每6个月嘛，所以1年产生几次？2次嘛，是吗？半年产生1次，所以1年产生几次？2次嘛，总共几年？4年啊。所以你的 n 是多少？8嘛。那你的 i 是多少 ？i 是指每一次，所以1年是12%，一次是半年，所以是多少？6% 啊。1年12%，半年不就6% 吗？这是对啊，所以这个 n 是8，i 是6。那你这边前页有写吗？对啊，这是4、12，那是1年嘛？那你现在是每半年嘛 ？N8嘛 ，I6嘛。 Okay, are you done? So for page 10, you should understand, for the $1,000 compounding annually, okay? So annually means you just interest incur for 1 year, right? How many years? 4 years, right? So what's N? 4. What's I? Market interest rate 12% for 1 year, okay? So N is 4, I is 12%. So how to get your present value? Based on future value, $1,000. You can look at accounting tables or you can use your calculators, depends on you. So I note the present value is $635.52, okay? So that's for your page 10. Any questions? No problem? So same case, right now, the only difference is what? The interest incurred more often. So look at your note on page 11. What happened? Compounding semi-annually. So what's the key word? Semi-annually. So what does it mean? Every 6 months, your interest incur, right? So every 6 months, interest incur. So how often, how many times for 1 year? 2 times for 1 year, right? Then totally how many years? 4 years, right? So what's N? 8, right? What's I? 6% for each time. So should be 6 months, right? So based on N is 8, I 6%. Remember, find out N and I is the most important thing, your first step. That's why we spend much time to tell you find out N and find out I. Because N and I, for Excel, for calculator, for our accounting tables, for your basic concept, you should understand. What does it mean? N means how many times the interest incur, right? Each time, what's the market interest rate? So based on this case, what is the present value? $627.41. So did you find out the difference? So what's the difference? For page 10, do you know what's the interest incurred? Go back to page 10. What does it mean? At the beginning, you invested $635.52. After 4 years, you got $1,000. So what does it mean? How much interest you get after 4 years? The difference, right? So the difference is the interest you get. So what's the interest you get? 1,000 minus 335.52. So what's the interest you get from page 10, the first case, compounding annually? How much? 364.48, the interest. So for case 1, did you find out? You put $635.52. You can get the interest $364.48. So after 4 years, you will get $1,000. Okay? How about case 2, compounding semi-annually? So go to your note, page 11. So did you find out what's the interest you can get for page 11? You invest how much? $627.41. In the end, you got $1,000. So what's the interest you can get? 372.59. The interest you can get. So did you find out? What's the difference? When interest incurred more times, not only your principal help you to get the interest, your interest will help you to get more interest back. So that's the power of compounding, right? 可以理解吗？复利次数越多，你可以产生的利息就会越多啊。为什么？原来的钱可以帮你产生利息，你的利息又可以帮你产生利息。所以有没有听过人家说复利很强大？为什么？复利就是钱滚钱的概念，复利次数越多，你产生的利息越多，你可以赚到的钱就会越多。OK？ So that's the concept here we want to tell you. So based on this, did you find out? On your page 12, did you find out? When you have a more n means what? Your interest incurred more times. You will get more interest. Okay? So compounding more times, you will get more interest. 复利次数越多，赚到的利息就会越多。Any questions? No problem? Okay. So for the whole process, we just want to let you understand the concept. So that's why always every guy told you the power of compounding, 复利的力量 is so strong. So that's why for you guys, it's better invest some money today because after 10, 20, 30 years, well, you will be the so rich guy, you know? Okay? Any questions? No problem? Okay. If you don't have any questions, please go to slide on page 40. Slide on page 40. So that's from our note, page 10 and 11. So we told you already. So did you find out? For case 1, n is 4. Case 2, n is 8. So when you have more interest incurred, so did you find out? N is 8 and n is 4 will be different. For n is 8, more interest incurred, you will get more interest. Okay? So from this, did you find out? In the end, after 4 years, we got the same amount of money. But why? Case 2, you just need to invest less money. Because for case 2, I invested less money, but I got more interest. So in the end, we can get the same money, right? Okay? So did you find out? For case 2, when you invested less money, but because of n, more means what? You will get more interest. Okay? So I could invest less money, but because I earn more interest, so in the end, I still can get the same amount of money comparing to case 1. Okay? Why? Because more compounding times, more interest, so I could invest less money. Any questions? No problem? Based on this concept, what if we invested same amount of money at the beginning? But remember, when you invested same amount of money at the beginning, but when n is more, means what? Interest is more. So in the end, you can get more money back. Okay? So even though for case 2 on your slide, page 42, on slide page 42, did you find out? When your n is 8, means what? you will get more interest. Okay, comparing to case 1, N is only 4. So did you find out? Even though I invested same amount of money, but for case 2, because N is higher, means interest incurred more times, I got more interest. So in the end, I will get more money back. So my future value will be higher, okay? Any questions? No problem? Okay, so based on this, let's write. Here we show you on slide page 43. Compounding more, present value less, future value higher. 复利次数越多，现值越低，未来值越高。Why? Compounding more times, okay, more frequently means N is more. More frequently means N. Your N is higher, okay? You will get more interest. 复利次数越多 means what? You get more interest. Okay? Compounding N is more. You will get more interest. So that will make your present value is lower. You can look at your slide, PPT, page 40, right? Your present value will be lower like your slide. PPT, here, 40. Present value will be lower, right? And your future value will be higher on slide page 42. Any questions? So this is present value lower, future value higher. Any questions? No problem? Okay. So we've done already for the basic concepts you should understand. When we talk about finance, when you talk about you want to invest in anything, you should understand this concept about compounding fully. No problem? Okay. So based on this, so far, did you find out? We just told you, okay, one number. Based on this one number, what's the future value? Based on this one number, what's the present value? But you know, sometimes for real case, it's not only one number. So we want to tell you based on this, another case, another situation. So go to your slide, page 44, annuity, 年金. Annuity, 年金, you should understand, is nothing, only tell you the format of the data. The format of the data. So what the data look like, okay? So it's only the format of the data. 资料的形态. So what kind of format of data we have, we call it annuity, 年金. Same amount, a period, at the same period, okay? And not only one time. So same amount appear at the same periods. So did you find out equal amount right here? Same amount at the same period. 相同期间产生相同的金额 ，so we call it annuity 年金。Same amount for same period， 相同期间相同的金额 ，so we call it annuity. So any cases you have? Do you rent any dorm or rent any house outside? Right? So you have to pay the rent each month, like $5,000 for each month, right? So you pay the rent $5,000 for each month. What's that? Same amount, $5,000, same period, each month. Okay? So for example, first case is what? Installment payment 分期付款 Installment payment 分期付款 Installment 分期付款 like what? I buy a house, I buy a car. So usually the bank say, okay, you want to buy a house, buy a car. So I borrow money from the bank, right? So the bank always asks me what? Installment payment. So what does it mean? The bank asks me each month, I have to pay the money back, $2,000 back. So each month for $2,000, there's an installment payment. So did you find out the data? Same amount for same period. Each month. So there's an annuity. So what else? Interest. You promise to pay the interest to the bank, right? So what's your promise? Oh, I promise I pay the interest to the bank. $100 for every 6 months. So $100, same amount for same period. What's the period? 6 months, 6 months, 6 months. So did you find out? Same amount for same period. For this data, we call it annuity. 年金。有听过老人年金吗？ So why is 老人年金？老人年金 means we give the old guy the money each month. So that's 老人年金. So it's for all people's annuity. So why we call it 老人年金? Because same amount for same period. 老人年金每个月给他3000块，每个月 same period， 3000块 same amount. So did you find out? Always 年金年金年金 means what? The same data. Okay? Same amount, same period. We call it annuity. 年金. Any questions? So for this, could you tell me $80,000 and the second $80,000, they are the same or not? They are not the same because they are not on the same date. So you should understand $80 for the second one and the first one, second one, they are not the same. For that $100, even though they are $100, you should understand they are not the same because they are not at the same time. $10,000, $10,000, $10,000, $10,000, they are not the same. Remember, different date, different time, they are not the same. Okay? So what should we do? Totally the same as the last 2 hours. But the only difference is you have to do it 2 times, do it 3 times, do it 4 times. Okay? So same process as before, but you have to do it so many times. Okay? So for example, on your slide, page 47, I have $2,000 for each year. So same amount for same period, 1 year, right? So this is annuity. But what's the problem? The problem is this $2,000 is not the same as the second one, not the same as the third one, right? So I want to know the future value, how to get it. Calculate each one by one by yourself. So for the first one, $2,000. I want to know this first $2,000, the future value, how to get it. 1, 2 times, right? So you have to time 2 times. Market interest rate 5%. So for first one, 1, 2 times. For the second one, how many times? Only one time. So you times 1 plus 5%. For the last one, how many times? The same day, right? So $2,000 is the $2,000, okay? So after you got each one, then combine together, okay? So when I combine it together, become this one. First one, 2 times. Second one, 1 time. Last one, the same day, okay? So you can use the calculator, do it by yourself. Accounting, again, we are so nice. We prepare it for you guys. So for this part, we prepare it already. We call it on your table 2, table 2. On your table 2, future value of annuity, future value of annuity factor. 未来年金未来值因子。Okay, so for this part, accounting will do it for you guys already. So you can look at the tables, or you can use your calculators. You do it by yourself, one by one by one, okay? So that's how we got the result. When I look at the table 3, future value of annuity factor. So don't forget, what's N, what's I? Always important, what's N, what's I? N, how many times? 3, right? So go back to here. How many? Based on today, today is January 1st, 2025. N means after 1, 2, 3. So it's N is 3. So what's I? Market interest rate, okay? So N means annuity. So 3 times, okay? So like what? Like this. If you want to calculate by yourself, you have to calculate 1, 2, 3, 3 times, okay? So what's I? Market interest rate. So when I look at the table, I can note what's the number. What's N? 3. What's I? 5%. I know the annuity's future value factor. 年金未来值因子 is right here, okay? So I can get the number and find out the future value of annuity. So future value of annuity means 年金未来值。So what's our annuity? Our annuity is $2,000, right? So each time our annuity is $2,000. Any questions? So you will find out totally the same. The only difference is you have to calculate the process so many times. No problem? No problem? Okay. So be careful when you look at the title. Did you find out? The title on your table 2, right? Annuity of $1. So annuity of $1 means what? That $1 appeared so many times, right? So this $1 means what? It's like this way. $1, $1, $1. So same amount, $1 appear the same period, maybe 1 month, okay? Then based on this, I want to know the future value. Any questions? No problem? So if you understand it, let's look at how to get the present value. So go to your slide on page 51. Did you find out annuity again? $1,000, $1,000, $1,000. Same amount appear the same period, 1 year, 1 year, 1 year. So based on this, did you understand? Each one, they are not the same. So if I want to know the present value, how to get it? Calculate each one by one, okay? So for the first 1,000, you need to get its present value. then discount it one time, right? So for $1,000 divided by one time, market interest rate 10%. For second 1,000, how many times? 1, 2, 2 times. So you divide it by 2 times. For the third 1,000, how many times? 1, 2, 3 times. So you divide it by 3 times. Okay? So based on this, you find out each one's present value, add up together. Okay? So it becomes this. Did you find out? First 1,000 divided by 1 time. Second 1,000 divided by 2 times. Third 1,000 divided by 3 times. Okay? Accounting still the same. We do the jobs for you guys. So for this part, we prepare your table 4. Table 4, present value of annuity of $1. So it's present value of annuity factor. 年金现值因子。Okay? So you can use a calculate to get the number by yourself or use accountant's help to get it. Depends on you. So I know how to get the annuity's present value, 年金现值。Based on the annuity, 年金, so what's our annuity? $1,000 each time. Then times the tables we provide to you guys. Okay? So I can get the result. Any questions? No problem? So what's N? What's I for this case? N, 3. I, 10%. So you can get the factors for this case. Okay? No problem? If no problem, then please go to your notes on page 14 and 15. Finish your notes 14, 15, then you can go home.